The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
And here's Inzaghi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And the finish! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Borussia Dortmund finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Costa Curta does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Romario. Kimmich. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Shevchenko. Koundé picks it up out wide. And he's cleared it back out.
Borussia Dortmund really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve. Great chance! Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Romario! Rijkaard. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. That ball looks a good one. Oh, he's bustling through here! Great challenge, time to perfection. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Thinks about the shot. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's in a good position here, driving through the middle. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit...
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Bangladesh are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And so the action is resumed.
Number 22.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Inzaghi. Oh, what a ball! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Tries to play it through. Bullet! And how did he not make it four?
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, good climb! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Filippo Inzaghi. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, no joy this time. No way through there. Bellingham. Shevchenko. Great vision. Neymar.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Aimed beyond the defence. Decent chance! And he's stuck it away! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Neymar. And it's from Mario. And here's Bellingham. He was under real pressure there. He's going to goal! Romario! You beauty! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And this is Inzaghi. And that is masterful defending.
Bangladesh really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
So that's it. It is all over. Bangladesh proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Howson, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th in his career for this side.
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
Short changes him with that pass. Hakimi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the through ball. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Can he get it through? That's a shade optimistic. Park Ji-sung is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Inzaghi. Into the channel. Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that. Bangladesh yet to have an attempt on goal. And that could set him on his way. Fermin finding himself in space. Now here's the delivery. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Kimmich.
Gamba Osaka definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Now it's Hullet. Played out towards the right wing. Lofted in, and it's in! Costa Curta. Makaleli. And it's Van Bouten. Yamal going after that. He can run onto that. Thinks about the shot. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Takes a shot! Goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as...
Chance! And he's stuck it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Bangladesh
has been
are
indicated.
now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Bangladesh looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So right back into the action. And it's Hullet. And here's Shevchenko. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rijkaard. Hullet. Shevchenko. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Shevchenko is onto this. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a sharp pass. Park Ji-sung! Park Ji-sung! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Makaleli. It's Kimmich.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
He's shifting through the gears here. Kimmich showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Chiellini. Xavi Alonso. Oh, well measured. Filippo Inzaghi. He's through on goal here. Clipped into space. Now it's Shevchenko. He's a sharp little ball here. He's got away. And a chance! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Bangladesh find a position of real strength now. And it's Lopez. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Fermin. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aims beyond the defence. Hangs in a cross. And we have our very first corner. Park Ji-sung.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
2 added minutes has
And
been
now
indicated.
a sudden chance to counter. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice interception, well timed. And the referee brings it to a close. Bangladesh really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then.
I think in Christian Abbiati you have one of the best Italian goalkeepers of his generation.
Must be.
Yeah, well, on the international scene he's always been overshadowed, I suppose, by more illustrious rivals.
Well, he has, but regardless of all of that, you just have to look at what he's achieved.
A great shot stopper, very decisive and quick in one-on-ones, and just an excellent all-round command of the penalty box.
Rashford receives it in a good position here. Now it's Inzaghi, and it's Kimmich. Kimmich. Xavi Alonso. And it's Hullet. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Inzaghi. Alonso, great vision. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pedri. And it's Kimmich. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. They're taking a moment to consider their options. No, not quite.
Rashford clearly thought he could deceive the keeper, but not like that.
Now it's Inzaghi. And this is Hullet. Just eases him off the ball. Rashford. Balde scooting forward. Picked out brilliantly. It's Lewandowski! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Yamal with the short one. It's going to be another corner, I think. Corner number 2, then. Keeper's dealt with that. Yamal has it out wide and in space. So, third corner of the game. Yamal goes short. Barcelona can try it again now. Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. Lewandowski! No, just not quite. They're up to 5 corners now. Shevchenko gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hullet chasing after it. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! He's played it long. Kimmich. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Koundé.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And a quick reminder today.
So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So the action resumes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And here's Lewandowski. Fermin. Brilliant from Lopez. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Bangladesh still this single goal behind. And here's Inzaghi. Threads one in. And it's been hooked away. Short changes him with that pass. Caceres. And it's Caceres. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Bangladesh are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Punched away. Kimmich. Koundé.
Bangladesh really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Looking to play him in. Brilliantly cut out.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That's the keeper's ball. Balde. And it's Rashford.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rashford. Xabi Alonso producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he welcomes it in. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pedri. Kubasi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Koundé. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. It's Neymar! And the keeper read that really well.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Gullit. That's a sharp pass. And here's Gullit. Caceres has the space to scheme. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared away. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's one-on-one! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution on the field, number 11.
Shevchenko is behind this one.
Coming on to
And we have the
replace him
first
is
chance from a
number
dead ball
4,
situation.
Ricardo Ferri.
Neymar! Oh, crossbar! That was travelling. Gullit. Inzaghi. Oh, this is a terrific run.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that's been won straight back. Picked out brilliantly. Goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can...
Tries one from range! Magnificent! About as smooth as it gets! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Milan restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Bangladesh making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Pull it. Caceres couldn't squeeze it through. Pull it. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Volunteers for each block.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
And it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Now it's Inzaghi, Filippo Inzaghi. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Shevchenko. And here's Hullet. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. And it's Xabi Alonso. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Hullet. And here's Inzaghi. He's beaten the last man. Shevchenko! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Bangladesh do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now that's well seen too. Xabi Alonso, and here's Inzaghi. Nicely weighted ball. And the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Pull it. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Hullet. Davids. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Finish, and they get themselves in front. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Has a look and place it forward. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. And a chance! And there's a goal. We thought they were done, but never say never. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution in progress.
Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great.
Big chance! Oh, that could be battle. So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? He just absolutely speared that in. And that will be it. Bangladesh illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Berry. Kimmich. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard makes the interception. Now it's Hullet. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Short changes him with that pass. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's only too happy to take that back. And this is Del Piero. And he's got away from him. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he thumps it clear. Mateus. Now that looks a decent ball. And that was very necessary. And claimed it back swiftly. And this is Inzaghi, takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Bangladesh with the corner, they're first. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He is through here! Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pass somewhat off target. Adriano. Well, that is one way to stop him. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Oh, what a ball!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now, can they get him away? Deftly away. Xavi Alonso. Kimmich. Now it's Shevchenko. He has found the way through. And he has been fouled there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And a real chance to break the deadlock. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And this is Shevchenko. Schmeichel clears. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And the finish! He's delivered all right!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Bangladesh have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Filippo Inzaghi, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And here's Hullet. And here's Inzaghi. Desai does well to get it back. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Brilliantly cut out.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Mateus. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Xabi Alonso. And he cuts out the supply.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Adriano. Looking to play him in. Bangladesh are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. And he's had it nicked away.
Bangladesh surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Inzaghi. And that's a good ball. He's beaten the last man. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Just 5 minutes left. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. And we're done. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans
and
have pulled out
welcome
all
to
the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
David Villa powering forward here. And it's Inzaghi. And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Now that looks a decent ball. Tries to play it through, and he's quick to return it. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And David Villa! Sensational from David Villa! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the
Real chance! And that's in! They are purring, truly purring! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's an imaginative pass, and he was quick to react. Now it's Villa. That's surely a foul, free kick. And that's going to be a booking. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Substitution for Inter, number 20.
It's a good
Vinicius
35
Junior.
yards out, this.
Number 15.
Well, if he's serious
David
about trying
Villa.
from this range, I think
Coming on the
he must
field,
feel he can generate the
number
power.
5,
Big ask.
Neymar. Number 14, Fernando Torres.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Caceres.
2 added minutes has been
It's a
indicated.
throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Messi. He has found the way through. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. How was the first half compared with your expectation?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And he's picked it up out wide. And that is well cleared. Bangladesh have got it back, and they'll have another go. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Xavi Alonso looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Abiati with the clearance. Oh, what has happened? And Torres! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
And here's Shevchenko. And that has put paid to that. And that is out of play. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Great vision. And this is Messi! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Inter Milan find a position of real strength now. And it's Xavi Alonso. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Half an hour gone in the second half. Hullet. Zanetti can clear it away.
Bangladesh truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
That has been cut short. Ferry cuts out the pass.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Oh, well measured. And he is deftly away. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They're back within reach! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Bangladesh may be down, but not out just yet. Right, and Shevchenko!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Pedri. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Rijkaard. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
David De Gea. He's one of the all-time great shot stoppers, Peter. His positioning is superb, and he always seems to pick the perfect moment to rush off his line. What I really like about him is the way he keeps his frame big to make life as difficult as possible for strikers. And the manager will be hoping for a few more clean sheets.
Takes a shot! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Norwich are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Norwich clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well read, nice interception.
Bangladesh are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Shevchenko. It's a quick one. Gullit. He won't be happy with that one. Dani Olmo. Cruyff. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for options for movement.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cafu. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Cafu made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. And the pass is intercepted.
There they go, hunting again.
And he's found a way past. Beckenbauer has given away a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Olmo. Now that looks a decent ball. This looks... And the shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Norwich are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead. Oh, good effort! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up?
And for the first half, that is that. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So, into the second half.
Bangladesh really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Decent chance! Fernandez. Dani Olmo. Can he spark a counter here? Good ball, good take. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot, surely! Oh, good finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And the shot! And a neat finish! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Bangladesh still making a fight of this. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Inzaghi. Dani Olmo. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Inzaghi finding himself in space. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Passing is crisp and sharp. Filippo Inzaghi. Zé Roberto. Nice looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. And he thumps it clear. Cafu. Filippo Inzaghi. No way through. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. This is a promising build-up. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Kimmich. And it's Kimmich. Hullet. Driving through the middle. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Looking for the run. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Kimmich. Caceres. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Inzaghi. Shevchenko is having a shot!
2 added
Zé
minutes
Roberto.
has been indicated.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Xavi Alonso. And here's Hullet. And there goes the final whistle. Bangladesh cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Shevchenko writing himself into team folklore. It's career game number 500 for him today, Jim.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, easy pickings there. Kimmich. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rijkaard. Ah, he's given it away. Looking to play him in. Costa Curta. It's run loose here. Looking for the run. And this is Shevchenko. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Can he get it through? He's through here. And he's there to get it away. Oh, terrible pass. Rijkaard. And it's Gullit. And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Alonso! Still goalless at the moment. No way through. Xavi Alonso. And here's Inzaghi. Como have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational. Just think, Gullit! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Bangladesh with the corner, there first. And that is headed for the middle. Tries to get it clear. And this is Inzaghi. And the ball is out of play. Rijkaard. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Bellingham. And they are prompt in their pressing. Oh, right place, right time.
Cole really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he skips past his man. And it's Gullit. And here's Inzaghi. Knocks it into space. And Gullit! Big moment! Massive goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dress...
And that is indeed the final act. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Bangladesh go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Bangladesh are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And so the action is resumed.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
And this is Gullit. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi tries to play it through. It's a promising position. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's been played through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Odo is always looking to play quality balls. Now there's a fine ball, always goal side. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Messi. Odo. That's a good foray he's making. Just eases him off the ball. And he's managed to gift it back.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution for Como. Number 11. Andy
Time
Cole.
then for the first substitution of the game.
6, Bellingham. Coming on the field. Number 5. Del Piero. Number 21.
And it's Gullit.
Maradona.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Very nicely done. He's free, he has got space. Shevchenko! And that should get the job done. Look at the space here.
Bangladesh surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Bangladesh leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Shoots! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. Do not write them off. Back they come. How very smart. He just got it right.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better
Number
pass.
10,
It's beautifully
Messi.
played.
Coming on the field is number 20, Mateus.
So they have it all to do again.
Como really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? Kimmich has it in a wide position. And that was very necessary. Pull it.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Caceres. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He's a sharp little ball here. And we're done. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out,